Living life, bro.
How you feeling?
I'm planning,
Planning.
planning. That's what it's about.
Where your mental at though?
Mentally, I feel like sometimes you be up, sometimes you be down, but I feel like mentally, the game that I'm in, I'm not into sports, or you know, I'm not an actor, none of that. The game I'm in, no matter what, you want all eyes on you. I feel like right now, this moment, no matter how the eyes look, the eyes can look devastating, the eyes can look betrayed, the eyes can look however, no matter how the eyes look. In the game I'm in, you want all eyes on you. No matter how they come. I always pray for that. God, I want all eyes on me. I don't matter. No matter how the eyes look. I guess this is just him saying, hey, do
No
it.
matter how they looking.
No matter how they looking. No matter how the eyes look. A lot of the eyes gonna be like, you did wrong. A lot of the eyes gonna be like, you right.
Hey, before we get into all that though, like, you know what I'm saying, what's going on and the talk, whatever. That's the reason why I said I got Jeff. I want to talk. I ain't never seen you in no interview like speak on John Burr South with Lil Jeff. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
I feel like just not even on no super manly shit or nothing like that. I feel like personally, I wasn't raised by like victims or men with like really touching feelings or like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't raised by those type of men. I wasn't raised by the Wellers. I was raised by men that always said, keep going, no matter what, go forward. Cause you gotta understand, my mom got 11 kids. My daddy, he couldn't sit and be in his feelings about certain things because he still got 11 people to feed, plus my mom, plus him, plus his other kids. My daddy got 15 people he got to worry about every day. So he ain't have a chance to sit back and just focus on his feelings and feel certain things. I wasn't raised like that. I was raised by a man who just was like, go forward, because that's what matters. What matters is not sitting and just being stuck in the moment and dwelling on certain things. Like that ain't what life is about. When you living in a king, when you living as a king, it's about going forward. I think I did that so much to the point where I forget to speak about certain things. I be forgetting to speak about Lil Jeff.
What's your earliest memory? That's great. I ain't never had nobody that question. What's your earliest memory? Like if you could think of your earliest memory, like it's the first thing I remember as far as back I can remember. You know what I'm saying?
My earliest memory was John Burr South, my hood, the hood I'm from, the project I'm from, John Burr South. My brother Free Umfu, my brother, he burned the house down playing with matches. Cause you know when you're in the project, you got that big ass long metal heater connected to the wall that come in the little snake looking heater. He playing with matches on that and it burnt down the whole building though. It ain't even burned down just our apartment, it burnt down the whole building.
Yeah.
That's my first memory, like real life.
You know, coming up, like what's the first time you knew, like that's your first, what type of memory would you say that is? Good or bad or in between?
Bro, we were raised so different. You too, bro. Men like you raised me. From even if it's from a distance. Yeah. I always looked up to real street dudes, real guys who from the street and this and that. I always looked up to this. So men like, I don't even look at that like it's bad. Yeah. I look at that like a fun memory. Like, damn, that's how fucked up we are, bro. That's how we raised. Like, this nigga burnt down the house. I don't even look at it like it's bad. Yeah. I looked up to him for that. Like, damn, but this nigga know how to set a fire. But this nigga know how to set a fire. At 5 years old, he know how to set a fire. I'm asking him, how the hell you set? How you do it? Like, that's just, I'm telling you, that's just how we raised, bro. That's just how they feel. That's how we was raised for real. So I these memories.
I was just saying when I asked you the question, I was just trying to think of mine, my first one, but I can't. But I would say, what's your first happy moment
in life?
Yeah.
My first happy moment was when my mama moved out the projects to a house. when my mom moved into her first house instead of apartments, I was like, damn, bro, we got a house. The house was smaller than the apartment. My mom had got a 4-bedroom house. The apartment was 5-bedroom.
You're saying not feeling so confined no more, like around a bunch of people. Now we got rid of some grass.
Like, but I got grass, I got a yard, I got neighbors, like houses. Like, I'm waking up, get on the school bus in front of my house instead of the project. It was across the street from the project though. But so it's just like, but that was like one of my first happy moments, and that I remember like as a kid.
What's your first saddest moment?
I used to go with this girl named Santana in Pool Creek. That's when we moved out of Jonesboro South. I moved out of Jonesboro South when I was like 3-4 years old. We moved to Pool Creek, which is right around the corner from Jonesboro South. And I started going with this girl that stayed like 2 apartments down from me. Her name Santana. I was going with her like, we probably like 5-6 years old, like kids. I was going with her, and we were sitting on a bench. And I think I was talking to another girl, and she got me, and she hit me with a stick, with a sword, with a real log. Scarred me right here and right here. Hit me with a log.
Made you sad?
Yeah, because it was like, dang, she broke up with me. I'm like, I lost my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. What's the first time you feel like you felt betrayed? Like as a kid coming up or whatever.
My first betrayal was like, because I'm a kid, so I wasn't introduced to the world or like niggas or friends. You confined to just your household and the apartments you live in. Mm-hmm. So my first betrayal was probably like my other family members, like me hearing my auntie say, she don't want my mom kids at her house because we just too deep. Like we got roaches in our house. Our clothes got roaches, so we might come to her house and some roaches might come out of ours. Now she got roaches in our house, and I understand it. No harsh feelings, but that type of shit. The nigga that I am. That's the type of shit I was dealing with in life as a kid. I was dealing with that. Like my mom got so many children to the point where her sisters and brothers like, man, hell no, we don't even want to deal with y'all. No sir, there's too many of y'all there. They wouldn't even know no bullshit. Just like she like, man, I got a 3-bedroom apartment. I'm goddamn raising my kids a certain way. Y'all over here, y'all grown in hell. Y'all doing what y'all want to do. And like, hell nah, we don't want that shit over here. I want my kids to grow up, a different way. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit I was dealing with. Like, that was my first, like, betrayal. Just like hearing my auntie say she didn't want us at our house. We carry roaches.